Hi everybody, I'm Nick Barangipe with Williamson Source. We are inside the McLemore House just off 11th Avenue North in Franklin. This is the home of the African American Heritage Society of Williamson County. And they've got a huge fundraiser coming up in just a few days on Friday, February 7th. To tell us more about it is Tom Burdick here. Good to see you, Tom.
Good morning, Nick. Great to be here this morning. Glad to have you guys over here.
Yeah, well, tell us about the Black Tie Affair. It's a big fundraiser for you guys coming up again Friday at the Embassy Suites. Tell us what it's about and what the theme is.
Okay, Black Tie is an annual event we put on. This is the 13th. And what we try to do is recognize people who, made outstanding contributions to the community, identify pioneer families, families that been in this county for 150 years or more, and recognize them. And then we have various themes we've focused on over the years. This particular year was as we celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Battle of Franklin. We're focusing on that same time frame, particularly the 1863 time frame.
Well, you talk about history. I mean, there's so much history just in this house that we're standing in. This is the McLemore House, owned by a former slave, Harvey McLemore, back in the late 1800s. He owned a plot of land right in this area, right off Glass Street and 11th Avenue North.
That is correct. And as a matter of fact, his descendants still live next door to this house today. When we acquired this property back in the late, around 1998, 1999, even at that point, they had some of his descendants living in this house. The house had been condemned, and they were actually in the process of talking about tearing it down to build a habitat house here. Mary Pierce with the Heritage Society got wind of it, got in touch with the ladies who had set up the African American Heritage Society because we were looking for a home at the same time. And they acquired this property. I remember when I came on board shortly thereafter, and I was asked to come over and take a look at the house and see was it a doable project for renovation. And as I walked through the house, it was in pretty bad shape. It was leaking, part of the floors were missing. And my first inclination was to take my cigarette lighter out and burn it up. You'd be ahead of the game. But it was a doable project. It took us about 2 years with a contractor to come in and volunteer to renovate the place. And this is what we have now. We've tried to, maintain that flavor of the period that the house, when the house was active, with the wallpaper and the furnishings in here. So, yes, it really was a labor of love for me being involved in this.
Sure. Fascinating. Tom Burdick, thank you so much. We appreciate it. And of course, they're a big Black Tie Affair again this Friday at the Embassy Suites. And if you want to tour the McLemore House, you can certainly call Tom and all the good folks here at the African American Heritage Society of Williamson County. They have a Facebook page as well. In Franklin, I'm Nick Barangipe for Williamson Source.